On this episode of LATINAS, we'll learn about the Center for Racial Justice in Education, find out how to adjust our makeup from day to night just in time for the holidays, and hear about the impact Latinas are having at the Smithsonian. Welcome to LATINAS, the show that's all about nuestras mujeres in the LATINX community. I'm Tinabeth Piña. Today we're at Fernandez Salon in the heart of Woodside, Queens. And that's because this is a time of year where we need to get gussied up and look our very best. And he's the expert at doing just that. But first, let's get serious and talk about education. Teachers have a very significant, lifelong impact on all of their students. And because of that influence, it's very important for them to be sensitive about racial justice in education.
But in this political climate now, a lot of families and a lot of students are coming into the school building fearing for their lives, especially around deportation. And so if we're not working with our teachers to think about the implications of how they hold space for these young children in our current climate, then we can be continuing to harm them if we're not holding space for them.
New York-born and bred Natalia Ortiz is the training director at the Center for Racial Justice in Education, whose mission is to train and empower educators to dismantle patterns of racism and injustice in their schools and communities.
Part of what brought me here is after I had been teaching, right, in the classroom with young people, it became very clear that there were, in my work and in my relationships with other teachers, that the approach to teaching was very different. Their understanding of their own racial identity in relationship to the students we were serving, who were mostly Black and brown, was very different. We need to think and reflect on the ways that we might be perpetuating harm in the classroom, unintentionally sometimes, right?
Some of the core values of the center include transformation, uplifting people of color, and encouraging community. The teachers who are now the students find the training invaluable.
Having that language and learning how to utilize it in a way that is very child-friendly is important.
When you first get here and the program begins, they start pretty early with just giving you the history of race and how that all came to be. And it just kind of shatters your paradigm for how society is organized. As a white male, it forced me to just look in the mirror.
The center wants to educate as many people as possible. And as a Latina, Ortiz finds this work critical for the Latinx community.
It's imperative for Latinos and for me as a Latina to continue to do this work, is that in the Latino community, there is explicit anti-Blackness. And what are we doing to really disrupt that? Because it's not cool, especially for our Black Latinos who are like, wait a second, hello, I'm also part of the Latino community and I'm of the Black diaspora, so where am I in this conversation?
Why is what you're doing so important in this day and age, especially in the political climate that we're in?
I think there's been a lot of explicit language used around how we view immigrants, undocumented immigrants, or how we look at the Black community, right, in this country. And so there is a very necessary conversation to think about the ways that racialized communities are impacted, and so then that impacts how we do our work and we show up in the classroom as teachers and hold those families and hold those young people.
As Ortiz engages in those conversations, she's hopeful that change is on the horizon.
If we're able to, in schools, start to understand that there are systems and structures in place, laws and policies, history is part of that knowing, right? That have actually separated communities intentionally, then we will foster children to work against that so that then they don't repeat the same oppression that we've been living for the past 300 years in this country.
Shaping the way we think about our nation's history and culture is the task of the Smithsonian Institution. Within the past decade, Latino historians have been hired to rewrite that American history to include Latinx individuals. Judith Escalona met two Latina art historians who are making quite an impact.
We are in a really transformative moment at the Smithsonian in thinking about Latino culture and history, not as a sort of sidebar, to American history and culture, but really as an integral part of it.
E. Carmen Ramos is one of two Latinas at the Smithsonian Institution who are transforming the way Americans think about their culture and history. The other is Taina Caragol, curator of painting and sculpture of Latino art and history at the National Portrait Gallery.
My position was established in 2013 precisely out of the realization that Latinos were direly underrepresented.
That's meant adding more portraits of distinguished Latinos to the collection.
This is a portrait of Antonia Pantoja. I love about it that it's a mosaic portrait, and it's the only mosaic piece in our collection of 22,000 plus objects.
But Ramos is quick to point out that she and Caragol aren't simply trying to include Latinos in the national conversation. Their aim is to redefine the history of American art and portraiture. The portrait of Governor Luis Muñoz Marin, who was instrumental in formulating Puerto Rico's relationship to the U.S. as the free associated state, arrived in Washington, D.C. on loan from Puerto Rico.
I was very eager to bring that painting here in order to provide a broader context for our growing collection of portraits of the Puerto Rican diaspora. It's practically impossible to talk about the Puerto Rican diaspora without talking about Luis Muñoz Marin.
Down These Mean Streets, Community and Place in Urban Photography is another exhibit that is reshaping the public's mind. The national urban crisis of the 1970s is re-experienced through the lens of 10 Latino photographers.
These are works by Perla de Leon, who's a New York-based photographer who was an early member of Enfoco, which was a group of Puerto Rican photographers that was very interested in supporting each other's work and documenting Puerto Rican life. It's a big task to represent a community that hasn't always been presented as American. I see in the future, in the coming years, exciting programs that are really integrating Latino art into how we define American art and culture in the 21st century.
In addition to hiring more Latinos like Ramos and Caragol, the Smithsonian will open its first gallery devoted to the U.S. Latino experience at its Museum of American History in 2021. I'm Judith Escalona for LATINAS.
With her deeply personal and symbolic work, Mexican artist Frida Kahlo has become one of the most famous artists of the 20th century. For much of her career, she was often overlooked as simply the wife of Diego Rivera and remained relatively unknown until the late 1970s when her work was rediscovered by art historians and political activists. She's not only become a recognized figure in art history, but is also regarded as an icon of the feminist and LGBTQ movements. Life experience is a common theme in Kahlo's 143 paintings, sketches, and drawings. Interestingly, 55 of those pieces are self-portraits. Kahlo, who suffered health issues throughout her life, saw her flourishing career cut short due to her untimely death at 47, although her legacy continues to live on. Frida Kahlo is today's Bad Ass Latina. Recent studies have shown that childhood obesity is a big problem in the Latino community. Across the nation, Latino kids ages 10 to 17 were more overweight than their non-Latinx peers. Is it due to lack of exercise or easy access to unhealthy food? Parent and correspondent Elena Romero gets the facts about keeping your kids at a healthy weight.
Dr. Fernandez, where do we draw the line between a child that might have an extra couple of pounds to a child who's now showing signs of obesity?
You know, I think that that's really difficult for a lot of us Latinas. It's just because, you know, growing up, the pleasantly plump child was the beautiful, healthy child in everybody's eyes. I think it takes a lot of education and changing of like the mentality and the culture. One serving really is enough, and snacks are great, but in moderation.
So help me as a parent understand what exactly is a few extra pounds or a few extra pounds too much?
Children will sometimes complain of being winded when they're trying to exercise, or they're feeling more tired or sluggish. They're not sleeping well at night because of heavy snoring that sometimes can be because they're overweight. So I think you have to really sit down and talk to your child, see how they're feeling, and then try to make healthy eating like a family thing. You know, everybody should try to eat the same foods and shop together to buy healthier things.
How much emphasis should we put on a scale?
You know, I don't think it should be about counting numbers and calories in a scale. I think really it has to be about moderation and changes in your life that you can keep up with. I really think that it should be like a family thing where everybody exercises together. So you choose a day that you all go to the park. You choose a day that you all cook a meal at home with fruits and vegetables that you all picked at the supermarket. You know, I think making it a family thing makes it more successful for everyone.
So the goal is really to make healthy choices and also encourage the child at the same process.
Yes, always be supportive. A child always needs love and support, for sure.
I'm Elena Romero for LATINAS.
Christmas for me is the most important holiday. And in Brazil is a little different. We make the turkey for Christmas, the 24th. And it's not like Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Brazil.
Brazil is like the most Catholic country in the world, the biggest Catholic country in the world. So Christmas is a huge, big holiday where family is the focus of it, in helping people. So I just find that at Christmas time in Brazil, there is a sense of helping, of community that's really strong, and that's something that I love.
We have to say about the New Year's Eve too. It's so fun. In Brazil, it's a ritual. Everyone has to wear white. The whole country is wearing white. Yeah. And if you are near the ocean, we have, you know, to jump the 3 steps near the shore.
I'm not a great cook, but I can cook empadão. Empadão is kind of like a chicken pot pie. From Brazil. So it's not as soupy, it's a little more dense and creamy. So I can cook a little bit.
It's delicious, I love it.
I would like to give my wife as a gift a baby.
How about a dog or a cat? I would like to give you happiness.
No, it needs to be a gift that you can touch. A baby you can touch, you can hug, you need to wash the baby and feed it, but it's fine.
Can we start with a dog, a tiny dog, just to practice?
It's that time of year to look our very best at holiday parties, and makeup artist Stephanie Flor has tips about how you can take your makeup look from day to night in just a few steps.
From a long day of working, it gets a little bit dry, and so you want to refresh the skin with Prep and Prime. The whole idea when doing your makeup is that you are applying a lighter concealer color and you're lifting it all the way up. And I'm going to use my beauty blender and then I'm going to blend them downwards. You can see that I had a cat eye in the morning, so I don't want to take it off. I just want to add something that's going to cover it, and then I can blend it out to give me kind of a smoky eye. The trick with eyeshadow that a lot of people get wrong is that they just stop at the crease, and the whole idea is you want to look at the mirror and go on top of the crease. Because by doing that, you are giving an illusion that your eye is bigger. So now I'm going to use a blending brush, and I'm going to blend, blend, blend. As long as it looks like it's airbrush, you're on the right track. A lip color is really kind of what transforms you, so it's an easy way to go from day to night. You can pop one in your bag and at nighttime, put it on. I always like to start in the middle, because this is where I want my deepest to be. And then you want to take the top of your product, and this is what you're going to build a Cupid's bow with. It's a way to go from day to night. You look like you're ready to go out and have a good time.
you may or may not know, there is never a dull moment when you date a Latina. Ask my husband. And that's exactly what we're talking about on today's Caliente Caliente.
Something anyone that wants to date a Latina should know is that we're not all J-Lo. Some of us are bootyless, like we don't have it.
Well, I also feel like a lot of people think that Latin women are like Sofia Vergara.
Right, yeah.
You know, she's like, you know, like the sex pot. And,
They're a model.
But I also feel like she's a little over-exaggerated. The accent that we know she doesn't speak.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like, yeah.
No.
Like, we're not Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, we're not any Latina you saw on TV. We're not that. Also, don't say Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's not a thing.
I think that's a great point. Because people have come up to me on Cinco de Mayo, like, Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm like,
are you not kidding?
Mexican.
But happy Mexican independence,
like,
Millie.
awesome. No, it's awesome. But I'm like,
but it's not Mexican independence. Like, that's what they think. That's
Right.
what they think it is. It's just like one battle in Puebla. That was it.
But dude, we gotta go to Blockheads and get margaritas. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. I would say to date a Latina, you really have to know who Walter Mercado is. To be honest, my Spanish is not great. Like, but I still knew.
Right.
Walter, my abuela didn't play with her readings.
I can. Not only know who Walter Mercado is, but like, we want to know your sign right away.
Right.
Like,
I
don't
agree.
play.
It determines so much.
I actually prefer that they don't know because I like the reveal.
Yeah.
He's a fun person to introduce somebody to. You
Yeah.
know? It's first it's the picture, and then they're like, what? Why? And they're like, oh.
Oh, that is fun too. Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God. Con mucho amor.
Yeah. Another thing they need to know when they date a Latina is that our family will kiss them, and it doesn't mean anything sexual. It's just like we like to hug and kiss.
Right.
Sure.
Like, don't get uncomfortable if my
hands
tia
is
comes
not
in and gives you like
happening.
two, ay mijo, like it's just like is endearment.
My mom used the like kissing one time as like a factor in whether or not she approved of this guy that I was dating. Because I remember I brought him home and she was like, he kissed me, it was too wet. It was too wet. So if he's kissing me like that, he's kissing other women like that too.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God.
It didn't work out, but it wasn't because of his
Well, your mother knew.
Yeah, she knew.
She.
Yeah.
Walter told her.
Walter told her. Say to date a Latina, you not ever mention any woman you've ever dated.
Only we can mention her. You cannot.
You better not.
Right.
Because right away it's like, oh, you still in love with her?
Oh my God. Yeah.
You gotta act like you're okay with it first,
I know. Like, oh.
so that they get comfortable. Because when they're comfortable, they're sloppy.
Yeah, I feel like we're all FBI agents too. Or
Oh, I'm a professional investigator. Like, I should get paid for this.
Yes.
Like, and the first people that I think need to know what to do when you date a Latina are Latinos themselves.
Latinos themselves,
Like, I'm
right.
sorry, like what?
Right.
The side pieces have to be, they're gone. Like, well, I don't care what your grandpa did, how many babies and families he had. We're not doing that. We're changing the script.
Was always told to me, all men cheat.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And, you know, you just deal with
Not
it.
anymore. Yeah. Well, that was not normal. Our grandmas were damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The closer the side piece was, probably the angrier your grandma was.
Oh my God. You know what else I think they should know when they date a Latina? It's like, you don't have to speak Spanish. They think the Spanish card is like, ooh, like, we got something in common. No.
Or like, don't tell me to call you Papi, because I call my dad Papi.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Usually that's just like a 40-year-old drunk white guy though, right?
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever...
spicy Latina.
A spicy mamacita. I mean, keep your thumbs away from me.
Yeah. So insulting.
I don't know where they
thing?
are.
The mommy thing.
Unless you're my son, no, stop. Like, don't call me mommy. We don't like it.
I think the best thing about dating a Latina is that I feel like we're so loyal. Like, once we love you,
yes,
you are like the center of our universe.
We are ride or die.
We are ride or die.
If you're still not too sure what to buy someone this year, how about a Spiritú box? The seasonal subscription box has been in business for over a year and empowering Latina artists and entrepreneurs around the world. And Marlene Peralta has the story.
Spiritú is all about creating a community of women to be inspired, to feel empowered, to showcase their art and their stories and their products.
Meet Danielle Levine, the CEO and co-founder of Spiritú. So what inspired this non-Latina to want to serve the Latina consumer and Latina artists?
First and foremost, Spiritú is about women supporting women. As a woman, I saw an opportunity to make a difference and highlight voices and faces and stories of other women. And I was meeting so many different Latina entrepreneurs who all had 5 side hustles and were so talented and so creative. And I wanted to create a space where their voices were heard and where their stories were told.
The boxes, which come out every winter, spring, summer, and fall, feature a wide selection of products.
They're filled with beauty and lifestyle essentials from brands you know and love, like Clinique and Murad and Dove and Michael Kors and Donna Karan. And then what's really special about them is each box features products that we source from artisans in Latin America. So we've featured products from Peru and Colombia and Mexico. And we have been so fortunate to highlight the work of Latina entrepreneurs.
One of those entrepreneurs is Ashley Campuzano.
I created the on-the-go bag for the spring box, which was an exciting time for me. I sent a little message of what my brand represents, think it want to get it, and I was so honored to be a part of the spring box, and I thought it was a great collaboration, and I'm really happy to be a part of this community.
The boxes not only have products that are from Latin America and from Latina entrepreneurs, but they also highlight Latina artists.
So the beauty about the boxes is not only the products inside, but the boxes on the outside are designed by a different artist. And I think the power of creative expression is really special. So some of the women that we feature as artists and inside the boxes, like Ashley, we've met on Instagram. They reach out to us.
Some of the proceeds from the sale of the boxes go right back to community organizations in need.
A really special piece about our platform is that so many of the products actually give back to community organizations. So on our online shop, we featured a limited edition nail collection, and 2 of those colors give back to nonprofits. One that helps Puerto Rico and one that helps an inner city organization for kids in East LA. We're also launching give back campaigns for other products on our shop. You can reach out to us if you want us to tell your story, if you want help featuring your products. We're really open and we're all about being inclusive.
For LATINAS, I am Marlene Peralta.
These boxes are only $39.99, and for more information, check out their website at myspiritu.com. Cinthya Carmona has been coming up the ranks in Hollywood with 2 hit series under her belt and a starring role alongside Shia LaBeouf in The Tax Collector. And that's why she's today's Latina on the rise.
Catholics, they love keeping secrets. What? Christ is so hot.
I believe years from now, we'll look back on East Los High and say, this was like the Mickey Mouse Club for Latino actors.
Hulu's East Los High put Colombian-Venezuelan actress Cinthya Carmona on the map in Hollywood, which is exactly what she always wanted.
My parents brought me to the United States, specifically Miami, when I was about 3 years old. In Miami, I was dancing, but I started auditioning for commercials. I always knew that there was more beyond the world of commercials, beyond the world of telenovelas. I really wanted to be a part of what I was watching when I went to the movie theaters.
After high school, Cinthya studied acting and then moved to LA, where she almost immediately landed her first role on the Hulu series, East Los High.
Imagine, I moved to Los Angeles, 6 months I booked my first series regular. And in my trailer of East Los High, I get this audition for Greenhouse Academy. And 2 months later, I'm a series regular on a brand new show on Netflix, an original series.
Women leaders are always unfairly criticized for their ambition, but if I were a guy, you'd probably high-five me for promoting the greenhouse.
When you start with 0 credits and nothing, and to have a year where you're a series regular on 2 shows and filming a movie in between and hopping around the world, you have to sit back and thank God, because it's not very common. We're actors. That's not common.
Greenhouse Academy is the Netflix tween drama where Cinthya portrays Sophie Cardona, a role that was initially written as non-Latina.
Sophie, who began as Sophie Whitman, is now Sophie Cardona, Colombian American. And I'm just so happy that I was able to kind of nudge what wouldn't have originally been seen. And my goal is to continue to do that with every role that I'm in.
Cynthia's latest role, Alexis Cuevas, in The Tax Collector, opposite Shia LaBeouf, is a role she sunk her teeth into, and one where her Latin pride is very evident.
Alexis is, I always say, she's the Latina Martha Stewart. What attracted me to Alexis is the same thing that has attracted me to every character that I've ever played. It's that Alexis is a strong woman. She's the strongest character with all these men. I grew up watching shows and movies where Latinas were the maids or they were the criminals. And that's not how I grew up. I grew up with amazing, incredible people. And that's what I want to see on television.
I can't wait to see where we'll see Cinthya pop up next. And that's our show for today. For more information on what you just saw, check out our website at tv.cuny.edu and follow our social media profiles because we love sharing our Latinas stories with you. And please make sure you tune in next month where I'll go one-on-one with the first former Dreamer ever elected to the New York State Assembly, Catalina Cruz, find out how many Latinas are earning PhDs, and so much more. So make sure you tune in. Hasta la próxima y feliz Navidad y próspero año nuevo. Te veo en 2020. Bye-bye.